I started bowling at the age of 13. I joined a men's league at Countryside Lanes, which is now called Maple Lanes in Countryside, Florida. I bowled a lot of local tournaments for a few years and actually got a pretty big win when I was 15, and then again I defended when I was 16. And from there I started to bowl some of the Megabuck tournaments, and I just assumed I was going to be a decent amateur bowler my whole career, so I had no thoughts of going on tour. I enjoyed watching it, but I just was bowling amateur stuff and making a little bit of money, and I was enjoying myself, so I just continued to do that. I got exempt in 2005, and so I started bowling in 2005 and didn't have much to any success whatsoever. So I did that for a couple years and then basically figured tour wasn't for me. So I went home, got a job with a guy that let me bowl occasionally from now and time again, and I did a couple tournaments a year, and I just did that for 3 or 4 years. And then in about 2011, 2012, I decided to give it another go at full time. I figured I was ready for it, matured enough, knew what I was doing, and been on tour full time ever since. I thought I was a good bowler. I thought I was a great bowler. And I came out on tour and quickly realized I wasn't as good as I thought I was. So there was a lot to learn, and fortunately the first few years on tour, Doug Kent took me under his wings and taught me a lot about ball layouts and all the technical side of it, basically where to eat, when to sleep, all that. He taught me how to basically live the tour life, and without him, I probably would have never made it. Bobby Belmont taught me how to run a pro shop. He taught me all the ins and outs of running the pro shop. This was all pre-resin and pre-technology of the bowling balls they are now. Doug Kent, on the other hand, when I came out on tour, taught me the different layouts, taught me what ball reaction was, what ball motion was, and before I just threw the ball and it was what it was. And Doug basically taught me to watch the ball, go through the pins, and different layouts to do different tricks to the bowling ball. And I feel that having the proper ball in your hand is more important than how you throw the bowling ball. It doesn't matter how good you are, if you don't have the right ball in your hand, you can't out-bowl bad ball reaction. I think it's vital to have somebody that knows not only how to fit the hand, but how to lay out the ball, because without both of them, you're just guessing at what you're doing. In my pro shops, I feel like we provide the best of both, and I firmly believe that you need to go to a pro shop that can fit your hand properly and build an arsenal around that. We try to, as much as we can, educate the consumer, because we're not going to be able to drill every ball for them for the rest of their lives, especially the youth. So we try to explain them why we're making changes to their fit and why we're drilling a ball a certain way, in hopes that they can learn to build an arsenal themselves, and if there's a problem later down the road with their hand, they can probably dissect it themselves via pitch, via fit, because the hand's always going to change. So we try to explain the best we can, and hopefully we're learning them and teaching them along the way. So a lot of times I want to see their arsenal, and I look at it and I ask them, why do you have these? And they never can answer the question, because the pro shop guy said I needed it. And that's not how we do business. If you do not know your access point, it's like throwing darts at a dartboard blindfolded. You don't know what you're going to hit. Sometimes you're going to be right, but most of the time you're going to be wrong. So we want to teach them what all these terms mean, so that they can pick an arsenal out for themselves, and they know if they have a gap in a couple balls, they can fill it. A technical coach, when it comes to ball drilling and laying out bowling balls, is as important as a physical coach.